Welcome to Let's Be Real Sports Podcast, presented by Let's Be Real Media. Watch us live on YouTube and Twitter, and follow us on TikTok and Instagram at LBR_media. Also, subscribe to us on any podcast platform.
What's going on? BLJ here, the best hype man in the NBA. Man, I'm here with Let's Be Real. Tune in. Hello.
Let's be real. All right, we back from our 1 week hiatus. It's just us, the fellas, again. No guests this time. Back to Let's Be Real Sports Podcast. How y'all doing?
Yep,
Man, good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Week
hey,
two.
football is back in full rotation.
Yes,
All
sir.
is right with the world.
Shout out to the script.
Look at that.
I like that name.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man, but because everyone, y'all know y'all can follow us on Twix. Shout out to CN and don't shout not shout out to the Lions right now. What happened with the troller with the Seahawks? But
Sheesh.
That was a good game, though. That jump went down to the wire. That was actually pretty good. But yeah,
couple good games, man. Also, man, what's good, Ryan? Happy birthday, man! Yeah,
happy birthday, Ryan. What's
Happy
good?
birthday.
Again. No, it's your birthday.
What a follow he was yesterday. What a follow he was yesterday.
Oh man, bro. Hope you having a good birthday so far. Titans won, so I'm pretty sure you are. Shout out to the Titans tying up. But as always, follow us LBR_media on Twix, TikTok, IG, and Facebook, LBR_media. Also subscribe on watch on YouTube as you watch us live right now. Let's Be Real Media. And also you can subscribe on all your platforms, which will be available immediately after the live show. And support the other podcasts on network. I know 3 Hard Ways coming out their top 10 centers coming up. I think Took said he wasn't gonna pop in on that one though. Or y'all got y'all little internal beef going on over there.
I'm gonna pull up. This maybe you got to finish it.
Bro gonna pull up like David Ruffin, like he did last week. I remember that episode.
You might came in late in the mud.
Hey man, you gonna let life, man. Come on.
Supposed to do the hard way for about a good 40 minutes. 40 minutes.
I had to pull up for the last 8 minutes, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure my team get the dub. You know what I'm saying?
Man, good show, man. Good show as always, of course. And support Jeans, the real Jeans report. He's struggling right now with the Giants. You know, all the smack he was talking a couple weeks ago.
This what Gene sent me right here. I asked him if it was good. He sent me this. So he going through it, y'all.
Sheesh.
He going
You got knocked between the washer and the dryer with that one.
Check. Subscribe to the Jeans report. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have some fun talking about the Giants again this week.
Oh, is he?
No way.
We'll see.
But before we get started, shout do I ever read for our sponsor, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the ticket app that takes the confusion out of buying tickets. When you use our code LBR Media, you will get $20 off your first SeatGeek order. SeatGeek scores each ticket selection 0 to 10 to let you know if you're getting a good deal or a bad deal. Click the link in the description to download the app, and remember our code LBR Media for $20 off your first order. SeatGeek, your route to high quality ticket selection. And just again, shout out to SeatGeek. Be sure to use that promo code. Use them for the first time. Get you $20 off. Not any just sporting event, just any event, concerts, anything y'all need to use it for. Ryan said Gene's fighting for his life about the Giants. I just can't imagine that R. Kelly, video of fighting for my life.
Yeah.
Wow.
You said appreciate that. He don't want to talk about yesterday. Don't worry. I would you rather segment. We might be talking about a little bit of something that happened in that game, in the game, right? But First up, let's give our flowers. I really want to, and we can give flowers to anyone after this person. But it's been a week. We didn't have a show last week. Miss CoCo Gauff, had to give her flowers. Won the U.S. Open, age 19, last Saturday. And, saw the, just great just seeing her hug everyone, seeing her family, her trainers, and, just her taking out Serena. And what's that video of her when she was 11 years old at the U.S. Open? It was just such a great day and just a great event. So just want to take our time and get our flowers. Skylar, I'll start with you because you're really into tennis a whole lot more than us and with your wife especially. So start with you to Trevor.
Yeah, I'm gonna just ride your coattail basically off what you just said. Like, I think to see a 19-year-old black woman win the U.S. Open was just kind of good to see, bro. Like, we're all in support of the black community, but we definitely always do whatever we can, whenever we can, to give flowers to the ladies. And so this is a really good time to kind of reflect on what we saw. Again, Chuck, you said like a 19-year-old woman wins the U.S. Open. She kind of struggled to start the tournament. She definitely had a couple three setters to kind of take it all, but then she kind of cruised, and she had this look. I guess it was towards the quarterfinals. I can't remember exactly who she played, but she had this look like, and when I saw her, I was like, oh, she's going to win. Like, she looked extremely confident. She switched trainers, I think like 2 or 3 months before the U.S. Open, because she won the Cincinnati Open right before that. And so, like, again, I started to, do a little sports betting. And so I did a futures bet with CoCo Gauff and Djokovic winning the U.S. Open. So shots to me on that one. But she looked a lot more confident. She looked a lot more in tune with what she was doing. She mentioned she switched trainers. Brad Gilbert was one of her new trainers, and she had someone else as well too. But they just kind of worked with her on different parts of her game, and again, that translated to the win at the U.S. Open. So again, it was really good to see that win that she had on that Saturday. Was for me kind of emotional, right? I have a daughter. I have, Sharky, you mentioned my wife plays tennis, and so I'm always going to root for the black woman. CoCo Gauff she's also not the only African American woman on that tour as well. I think there's at least another 4 or 5 more off the top of my head. So it's kind of good to see how well they did in the U.S. Open, and the men did well too. So again, just to kind of see how that scene was set up. Sharky, you also talked about there was a video of her when she was at the U.S. Open 10, 11 years ago. And I think that's when Serena won as well too. So that was just good to see. I definitely got emotional seeing that. So I'm not sure if y'all were able to see it or pay attention to it, but for me, I think, as Sharky mentioned again, she's definitely worth giving flowers to in this moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you talk about CoCo Gauff, literally 19 years old, and we think of, the last, pair of 19-year-old sisters to come in and make an impact on this game. And, they end up being, Serena ended up being the greatest of all time in damn near any sport. So she's following in heavy footsteps and big footsteps. But I think she's feeling them in her own way. So definitely a salute to her. I'm not big on tennis, but I will start paying attention. Just like Naomi Osaka, I don't think she's played in a minute because she's being the dope mom. So, what I'm saying, that's cool. But now we got some representation of our own that we can pull out and support too as well. So it's just beautiful to see, especially like watching ESPN. I think she had like an argument in like a game or two before the Open, of her telling, the ref, they bullshitting, like, come on, help me out, help a sister out, and just for her to overcome that still at such a young age. Any young black young lady, young toddler, baby, grown up, really should be looking at her as a good example of what you can do with hard work, and she's definitely doing it. Salute to her. You got our attention.
Yeah, absolutely. I unfortunately didn't have the opportunity to catch the tournament in its entirety, or actually see CoCo just run through the competition like she did. But just from hearing Skylar just talking about it just years ago about CoCo Gauff being next up, as you might want to keep an eye on CoCo Gauff going forward in the tennis round. But yeah, salute to her. I do echo all of you all sentiments. It's good. It's always good to have representation in all areas, all phases besides the usual. So sky's the limit for CoCo. I'm pretty sure this won't be her only tournament win, so we'll definitely keep our eyes on her going forward.
Yeah, definitely flowers for CoCo. I think who was that, Skylar? You say you have one more set of flowers.
Yeah, this was not going to take long, but again, it's something that definitely is worth again mentioning because I think we're all part of this. But shout out to the WNBA who had essentially like they set a record for most video views as far as viewership, time watched. Like to break that record this past year was really really good. I know most of us have watched the WNBA. I know again most of us have begun to watch more WNBA over the past few years, a few months. So. Again, I think that whole league, the ladies that make up that league, the stars and the coaches and things like that. Again, shout out to them for setting the record this past year too.
Yes, sir. I think mine will be honestly a perfect segue, but I wanted to give 2 quick shout outs. The first shout out would be to Pat McAfee, to his show. And to people that know me know that you don't need a damn suit and a tie to talk about sports. You don't need none of that shit to talk about basketball, football, whatever. He's literally doing it his way and is some of the most fun I can just watch even on like YouTube and nothing or something when I ain't got nothing else to do. So just salute to him and salute to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, man. So they had like a whole 3-day promotion of the damn game we're gonna talk about shortly. And it was just beautiful to see, but he did end up pulling up on SmackDown, which, as a kid, yes, kids, The Rock was once upon a time the greatest wrestler in the league, in the WWF/WWE. Yes, the WWE was once upon a time the WWF, and it just showed how old we're getting. Like I put up like The Rock's younger pictures, and just like, damn, look at him now. And he still, did the people's elbow. Pat McAfee did it the same. And it was like, I watched that video like 10 times thinking like, damn, it's still beautiful to see. So salute to those 2 gentlemen for making this week pretty fun for me.
That's what's up. I'll bring it back to the ladies in the WNBA, and I'll just shout out my squad, the Las Vegas Aces, on taking care of business today, marching to the semis and the playoffs. I think a couple of months back after that huge loss they suffered to the New York Liberty, to a lot of folks, at least fans of the Aces at that matter, just wanted to start hitting the panic button, thinking that maybe things, maybe Vegas is a little bit vulnerable, which they still are, but they're still just as great as they've been all season long. And mind you, they've done most of this without Candace Parker in the lineup. Just to remind folks of that as well. So big shout out to the Aces. They took care of business against Chicago today to march on to the conference semis.
For sure. And speaking of the Black women in general, we are planning Women's Month guest list for the month of October here on LBR. So keep pushing the sport of women, keep going strong. And alluding back to Tuke's point, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is my all-time favorite wrestler. I don't watch wrestling anymore, but when I did watch it, he was my guy. True.
As a guy who still watches it, and to see him come back, because from a time that I watched it as a kid, it was probably like the biggest thing in God knows how long, the biggest event that ever happened in a long time. But we'll get to part of, I guess, the main course of everything that transpired this weekend in just a second.
Like this setup. But before we get to our main Entree segment, first up, let's get a sponsor ad read from our sponsor at BetStamp. Sports betting has rapidly risen in popularity, and I want to connect you all with the opportunity to get started or get ahead. Having multiple sportsbook accounts is the simplest way to maximize your profits, and there has never been a better time to sign up. When you visit our page, signupexpert.com/LBR, you'll be connected to all the sportsbooks in your region, along with a review of each platform and its unique benefits. All these sportsbooks have valuable sign-up offers for new users, and when you register through our link, you will automatically receive the top offer at each one. When you use multiple sportsbooks, you ensure that you can always access the best available odds, which is key to successful sports betting. If you want to take advantage of these benefits and support our brand, please consider signing up for your next sportsbook at signupexpert.com/LBR. Also, real quick before we move on, shout out to BetStamp. Be sure to go and sign up expert.com/LBR. Check us out. Be sure to sign up for the sports books on there. Real quick, another flower I want to give out to real quick to my guy. Our guy, we had him on the show, our very first of our divisional series, AFC South, 2-1 AFC South. Host of 2-1 AFC South. Normally it's on the live stream. realize he's not on. I know why he probably not on. Mike Patton is officially covering the Titans for his podcast, and he was at the game today. So I wanted to definitely give him a shout out. He's normally tuning into live stream. I'm pretty sure he's interviewing players and in the press conferences and stuff right now. So definitely I wanted to give my guy his due.
Hold it down, Mike.
What's up, Mike? Congrats.
But main entree. Y'all know we're going to this. If you saw the title of the show, if you saw the graphic, Primetime, Deion Sanders. Where do I start? I'm going to start with the beginning. I want to start with all the smoke that was coming his way with college game day before his very first game. And everybody on there talking about their 87 transfers. I don't know if I would have did it. He ran off all them players. Hey, that team went 1-11 last year. That team had been good since when? Anybody trying to hear all that? What he go out and do? Proceed to beat the defending national runner-ups, although they had a completely different team. Defeated them. They ranked number 17 to start. Beat TCU at TCU 45-42. Next week, Nebraska gonna be a tough test. Nebraska, I don't think they scored 10 points, and they did. They lost 13-10 in their first game.
Sharky, can we remind the masses who's the current head coach of Nebraska?
I'll do it. That broken rule. Get him. Easy money for him.
36-14. 36-14. Smack them folks, man. Right. Then coming this week, everything's running fine, right? Then not Mike Norvell. That's not getting confused with Mike Norvell, the head coach of Florida State. Jay Norvell, who I didn't find out was black until yesterday.
Me too.
I didn't think he was white. I didn't know what he was.
I didn't know until Deion's press conference. That's when I found out. I was like, wait a minute. You black? Oh,
right.
Okay.
Look, I started watching the third quarter of the game. I'm like, why they keep showing this black dude on the sideline of Colorado State? Oh, that's the coach.
Right.
And then crazy how Deion put people on. That's crazy.
Salute to Deion for the press with the shades. It might have a hella amounts on that that whole thing. But Jay Norvell want to come in and talk about I was raised, not to wear hats and shades at press conferences, and Twix Warriors found the old clips of him wearing hats at press conferences, right? So you get caught slipping, and you get into the game last night with all the smoke. I want to say shout out to Colorado State because I expected Colorado to blow the folks out. Colorado State, had them for beat, right? They made it
numerous occasions. Colorado State had them folks beat.
Like, thank you for that because that game was late. I still ended up falling asleep, but I probably wouldn't have made it as long as I did if they didn't do all the smoke this week.
I'm with Skylar. I gutted that joint out. I had to see how this joint was going.
Salute to y'all. Salute to everyone who did make it through. I'm glad Colorado pulled it off, though. Yeah. Up over time. Colorado football, Deion, Shadur, Shallow, mimicking his pop yesterday on the P6.
Yeah.
What's y'all thoughts? Let's start with Skylar too.
Skylar, just take it away, man.
Found my button. Let me start off with this real quick. The Colorado Buffaloes 36-14 romp over Nebraska averaged 8.7 million viewers, which set a record for Fox's highest rated Pac-12 game ever. That came just a week after Sanders' Colorado debut a come from behind victory at TCU, averaged 7.26 million viewers. Bro, this is America's team. And I love to see it, bro. It's so good to see the hate that it's only good to see the hate coming towards Deion because he's doing nothing but proving everybody wrong this entire time. And as a black community, as a black person, as a black male, bro, it's really good to watch, bro. Like Chuck, you was talking about the game last night, and I ain't gonna lie to you. If that's anybody else, I don't even care if that's Memphis, bro. I'm turning the TV off, bro. That game kicked off at 9. Against Colorado State, who I'm pretty sure anybody that bet against the game bet against Colorado. And so to see them have that game, to win that game, and the game stretched until 1:30 in the morning, I'm so happy for that program, bro. I'm happy for that entire school, bro. So, like, shouts to him, shouts to Shadur, shouts to everybody for that team and really for putting everybody on.
Yeah, I gotta show my badge of honor, man. I'm a proud bandwagoner Colorado Buffs. And make sure y'all get y'all badge. If y'all need y'all badges, I'll send them to y'all. Sorry to University of Memphis Tigers. Shout out to my Longhorns. We got a nice little win last week, but Scholar said it's America's team. Got to say it's Black America's team.
There
man.
we go.
This is our team, man. When I say, like, the fellas will tell you, I don't watch college football at all. Of course, I have my teams I rock with. I literally had 2 gigs yesterday, literally DJing in the sun damn near all day. I was not going to sleep until I saw Colorado win that game. And then you forgot to mention, Dog mentioned his mom's, bro. He mentioned how your home training, how she ain't treat you right, how she ain't teach you right, man.
Yep.
Like, come on, dog. You done brought mama. So mama had to pull up and then give a pregame speech. I can't wait to see what she said. I don't know if the video's out yet, but hopefully they release it. And then she come out to the game protected by the rock, and everybody else, Kawhi Leonard pulled up.
Hey, shout out
Like, mama.
Oh,
He Glock pulled up.
No,
he got pulled
tweet of the night,
Who
though.
pulled-
The one that Scholar posted. I'll let
Yeah.
Scholar.
Skyler, that Kawhi Leonard win.
That Kawhi Leonard tweet was classic.
What
Oh,
you
'cause
what tweet?
it was hold on, let me see if I can find it. But it was
What's
essentially
it?
saying that Colorado was able to get hold on, because I don't want to misquote the tweet.
Man, they had everybody.
Just
pull
check
up,
the
dog.
release, 'cause you
I
posted
know
it.
he said something.
Oh,
about
okay.
Clippers
It
game,
says
so.
Kawhi don't even show up for Clipper games, but he showed up to a Colorado Buffalo game. That's crazy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When you gotta pull up, you gotta pull up. You know what I'm saying? We gonna talk later, hopefully in the 3 Hardaway episode, because apparently in the boxes they had Chauncey Billups and my guy Kyle Lowry. So, you know, hey,
Yep.
yeah. I'm just saying. But just bringing it back to Dion, man, just bringing that pure excitement again to college football. We literally got a team. It felt like we watching a HBCU team, to believe it or not. And you know, that's the vibes that we get, especially on social media. I think everybody would have been purely disappointed based on the hype of this game, and if it would have ended the way it ended. But kudos to freaking Shedeur Sanders, 98 plus yards, because he got on the 2 yard. And they had a couple penalties that he had to get them yards back. So again, 98 plus yards, 2 minutes left, and he delivered not in that one, sent the game to overtime, delivered a 2-point conversion like a boss, and then flex on ESPN with the rollie and come on, dog. I wish I had my watch out. And like I had a conversation with my mom like before we started. Shout out to my mom. And she was like, I love what they doing, but they kind of need to just chill, like be humble about it. I'm like, no, ma. You got to understand, like, they really counted Dion out. They really counted everything that he did over the summer out. He's not supposed to do this. He's not supposed to do that. And he's winning. And he should be a top 10 team by the end of, hopefully a couple of weeks from now. Losing Spencer James hurt. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Spencer James. Travis Hunter. Losing him's going to hurt, especially when you go against USC. You know, we going to need him. We definitely gonna need them, but against Oregon for sure, then USC, and then I actually got my ticket already for when they pull up to Arizona State, and it wasn't a cheap one, so I can't wait to support my bandwagon team for the next year or so. There we go, give it to me, because you know what I did? I used that Sick Geek.
Yep, yes, sir.
Hey.
Look, he got the $20 off. LBR Media, use that code, man. I'm telling you.
Use that code. Now, shout out to the everything that Colorado doing. I don't know what's going on, but Trevor, take this away. Again, shout out to Colorado.
Man, I'm just excited. I'm just happy. As most of us are, just to see a black man doing what he's doing on the stage that he's doing it at. And to Tuke's point, everybody said every which thing about Dion from the moment he took over. It was like he's taking over a 1-11 team. He shouldn't have fired all his staff. He shouldn't have brought the staff over. Why did he bring over Shedeur and Travis Hunter? Why did he have the viral video of him telling some of the players from last year's team, like, hey, you guys might want to go on and make that move to the transfer portal? Like, every move this man has made since he's left Jackson State has been met with nothing but negativity. And for him to not only stand 10 toes down on it, and for him to have not 1, not 2, but 3 impressive wins to start the season off 3-0, man, is just nothing short of amazing. And if Shedeur Sanders is not a Heisman candidate, at least after last night, something's going on. I know they have a game against Oregon and 34-year-old Bo Nix, but Yeah, it's just amazing what
He old as hell.
yeah, Bo Nix has been
Hey,
in
but
college for a very long time, man.
Yeah, but not as long as that Colorado State kicker, because my man had
31.
with 3 kids. My man.
He was legit 31.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, man, just in the end, man, shout out to what Deion is doing. And this literally could have been Colorado's fortunate because this literally could have been anywhere if somebody would have just thrown the money at him. So it is what it is. But kudos to Deion and those guys, man.
Hey, all I gotta say about the older folks in college athletics, hey, get that NIL money because our Memphis Tiger basketball team this year, they up there. Hey, so hey, get the NIL money, go ahead. You know, it's a lot of good money out there getting paid in college now. It ain't the old days. So at least Bo Nix has finally got better because he sucked at Auburn. At least I know he's a Heisman.
Oh yeah, he was god awful.
But we'll see this week as he'll play against the same Colorado team. And hey, like I said when I was opening up the topic, it's fun times. It's just nice to have a team we can get behind. And like I said, unfortunate to the HBCUs where HBCU games don't come on TV like that, right? I watched Jackson State, but I didn't get to watch them like I get to watch Colorado, right? Not as often. And unfortunate, Jackson State, that score, I'm not even about to say the score to the game yesterday, but hopefully
they gave up 56 in the first half.
At halftime. Yeah.
It was 56-20 at halftime. I'm sorry. That was
it's tough,
man,
but
tough.
Hey, I like how the black people are coming together for this Colorado because when you think
not
about
so
it,
not so much, but yeah, kind of.
I was thinking like, well, I see so many black people coming because it's more than I thought, right? Because it was so much big hoopla about him leaving Jackson State. He betrayed HBCU. It's still more than I thought would be like supporting him, right?
Yeah.
And I was telling my wife, I was like, how many I don't know many more black coaches. I just found one yesterday, Colorado State coach, right? And I'm like, in the bigger schools.
Yeah, when you really look at it in the Power 5, like how many black coaches are there? Like outside of Deion, and again, Jay Norvell, when we just found out yesterday, was black. Like legit head coaches. Like how many are there?
Right. And I think go back to the point of him even leaving HBCU and going to the PWI Power 5, like he breaking barriers, like black coach. We ain't got many black coaches, so he like, hey.
I said it then when he was leaving. I was like, bro, what else was he gonna do at Jackson State? Like he led them to like two SWAC championships. They was like 10-1 and he was like 10-2, 11-1 another season. I think another season they almost went perfect. Yeah, it was like, what else was he gonna do there?
Hey y'all, out of 133 teams, there are 14 black head coaches in Division I football. Out of 133.
I'm kind of think of like the bigger school, like the teams that are consistently in the top 25 who got black coach. Like I can't think of SEC team.
No SEC team, obviously.
Big Ten. I know is Stanford coach still there?
Maybe the Pac-12 with Stanford.
And they ain't gonna be Pac-12 for long, but
they ain't gonna be the Pac-12 for long. They about to be the Big Ten.
No, Mel Tucker is suspended, and hopefully,
Mel Tucker's gone. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
he's gone.
But yeah, so it's just great to see him got somebody that we all can rally around. Like you ain't, and like I told y'all, conspiracy theories. I ain't not conspiracy theory person at all. But even finding out Jay Norvell was black, I'm thinking this week him making those comments and all this, they knew people wanted to stay up and watch this game. Even.
Shit, but a lot of people did.
Yeah, exactly. One of my stand up
said, "Let the script." That John literally wrote
it
all the time.
Exactly. Like
all week.
Like even me, I say
they need a raise. Whoever made that script need a raise. Make sure they they on strike.
I was like, it's a writer strike right now, so you can't.
Damn.
And Stanford coach got
shout out to God. Then he wrote that one.
Yeah,
it was supposed to happen.
I appreciate that, Ryan. Yeah, so Stanford coach got fired last year, but yeah, only 14 black coaches. So man, shout out to Deion breaking barriers. I know he's a former athlete, but hey, that's what we need. We need something, right? We need somebody to just keep breaking these barriers, and he breaking down the walls. So salute to him, salute to Colorado, salute to get Kawhi to come to games, more games than he play, for his own team, and Keith Glock performing Gauff in the locker room after the game. Rest in peace, Gauff, man. Like
Folks had Master P at the game.
Master P.
Man, I knew I was
this-
forgetting somebody. I knew I was forgetting somebody. Yeah.
Dion got the
Offset.
University
Yeah.
of Colorado to make Lil Wayne his
Lil Wayne.
own personal jersey. That
Bro, I want them to beat.
They made the
Oregon so
Rockets
bad.
personal jersey. You know how much cotton it took?
That's
A
crazy.
damn big ass jersey.
they made the Rockets up too. That's kind of
Yeah.
that's kind of set tripping a little bit. You know, the Rock is all
That's
about
just-
you know, through and through. So
I mean, Dion out by Florida State, so they got it's
that's different. He's coaching them.
He's
Hey, man, this is Black America's team now,
Right.
man. We behind them.
Yeah,
Whatever
Right.
it takes.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
I want them to beat Oregon so bad because that game against USC is going to be absolutely disgusting. Like,
yeah, because
I can't wait, bro. It's literally going to bring out
Colorado
the
manages
who's
to
who.
knock off USC. Gil should do the Heisman right there. Just
Oh, you can trust at that point because
don't have no ceremony, don't nothing. Just bring the Heisman Trophy out, give it to Shador, and then let's just move on with the rest of the season. If by some chance, if they take care of business against Oregon, and if Colorado beats USC, just give them the Heisman right then and there. Like, just tell them, don't even go nowhere. Here's the Heisman. Let him flex his Rolex or whatever, and then just keep it moving.
Sheesh, 36 million. Goodness gracious.
What?
Average viewership. So okay, never mind. So I was looking up like what college game has the most viewers because I want to see. And let me see, Texas over Alabama, 8 million people.
That was a lot.
That was a lot of people. I think that we gonna break some records with this one though. Some majors gonna come from, especially if we beat Oregon. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Right.
if we beat Oregon, that Colorado USC just gonna be stupid.
Disgusting.
yeah, I'm kind of, it's gonna break some kind of record. I don't know
It's
what.
gonna be stupid.
Yeah, social media or something.
Telling you.
Something crazy bound to happen. And don't let Spencer James come back.
That game's at 2:30 Saturday.
I'm telling you.
College Travis Day.
Do not let
Yeah,
Spencer James come back.
Weekend did, man. I really need it, and I don't condone violence, but I need someone on Colorado's mission, somebody who don't play that much, take one for the team.
Exactly.
Somebody had to retaliate.
Somebody just gave him a punch or something, a nice little hit or something. Y'all could have took one. You wasn't getting in the game anyway. You could have took one for the team.
I ain't need Shadur doing it. I like what he did.
You weren't getting in the
going
game
up.
anyway. It's crazy. That's
The coach said you ain't getting no
You
PC.
wasn't getting in the game anyway, so just go take that one for the team.
You need somebody.
Coach probably had you running in practice next week or whatever, and then we just keep moving.
Man,
Coach said if he ain't get no clock, he gonna have you on special teams. So somebody on special teams should have hit him with a special something.
Man.
Hey, and one more thing,
no,
real quick, too, man. I feel like we gotta give Mark Jones his flowers too. Like,
Oh,
I know
yeah.
we've already gone through that segment, but Mark Jones is really good at what he does for ESPN, and for him to relate to the Black community as he's doing his commentary for the game, his
Love it.
jokes, his one line punches is really good, and I feel right. And so because I feel like we don't talk about the good commentators and podcast and broadcasters we have, he's definitely at the top of the list for sure.
Yeah, my dog said he's stunning like his daddy on that pick six. Shout out to Shiloh, man.
Oh yeah, shout out to Mark Jones, man. Shout out to Shiloh as well.
Hey, I even love Colorado State. They scored a touchdown. They was doing Dion dance. Like, bro, that was
I was
great
like,
entertainment.
this is what
I
I
loved
need. Yes, this was great.
That was great entertainment, man. Shout out to Colorado State for playing along with the script, man. I ain't never heard of Colorado.
Yeah, and before we move on, we gotta get us some sunglasses, bro. We gotta find us some.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Right. They can be our new advertisement. We show up to the next part with them. Can't wait.
Facts, man. But next up, man, would you rather? Before we get to your main would you rather, Skyler, I got one since it kind of is going to come off of this Colorado one. All right, before that game, me and Trev's team lost at Florida. Tennessee lost at Florida for like for 10th straight time. Ain't beat them there.
First time at the Swamp, but who's counting?
They beat them there since 2003, right? All right, got smacked. Josh Heupel wanted to call timeout. We down by 13, wherever we down by. We all trying to wait for the Colorado game. I'm a Tennessee fan. Man, hurry, we get this game over so we can watch Colorado. Right? we lose it. Okay, cool. Let's get it over with. Let's watch the real team. He's might want to call timeout and be petty, right? a fight was perceived as a fight proceeds to happen after this, right? Also, Colorado State had their scuffles throughout the whole first quarter, before the game, everything. So I want to say, would you rather? Which fight was the best? Tennessee, Florida to end, or everything with Colorado State pre-game, first quarter, everything? Which one?
Hey, what a question!
No, I'll go first. Everything Colorado State, because if Tennessee had that much fight in the first 3 quarters, then we wouldn't be sitting here talking about them losing. It's just
I can't get to the air horn quick enough, man.
It's just as simple as that. If Tennessee would have that much fight in the first 3 quarters, we not sitting around here talking about them with their first loss. But that's to y'all's point. For those that was still watching that last little part, that's y'all's fault. If y'all would have paid attention to the bottom right, the game started and shifted to ESPN News. All you had to do was change the channel to ESPN News, and as soon as they went on their first commercial break, flipped back to ESPN to watch the Colorado State giant. So, but I get it though.
Unfortunately, I wasn't home. I was at someone's. When you were, it's someone else's house. You can't just change the channel. ESPN News.
No,
I was at the Florida fan house at that.
Oh, okay, never mind. You're gonna get shot. Never mind.
You the Florida fan house? Yeah. You had to sit through that one, man.
Yeah, ain't gonna lie to you. If somebody go ahead.
Oh, my fault, guys. I was like easy. Colorado State. Easy.
Yeah, Sharky, you got to just start to be rude and be like, hey, bro, give me that remote, bro. Like, you clearly been watching this.
Nah, he actually wanted to flip to the game, but the game had just started, so it was like, hey,
I feel you. To answer your question, I think the Colorado State game is the better answer. However, to see somebody like get ready to like throw hands in the middle of a football game with the helmets on, bro, I ain't gonna lie. That was a little funny, bro. Because I'm in a group text with somebody, and it was like they throwing hands in the Florida and UT game. I'm like, bro, for what? The game was up with. I'm thinking he's like not talking like literally. I'm thinking he's just kind of like making a joke about it. Until I get on Twix and like see like I'm scrolling like, bro, Defos is about to throw hands. And I just thought that was the funniest thing on earth, bro.
It's funny you said that, Skylar, because like I want to go with that one, but you got to understand the kind of energy that the Colorado kids came out. Y'all done disrespected grandma. We gotta go. It's go time. These kids look at Dion as a father feeling y'all done disrespecting his moms. We gotta go. We gotta throw down for grandma. So, but at the same time, they had to do it limited because of the viewership and everybody there, the celebrities and all that. So they couldn't throw down as if nobody was watching. Probably all hell done broke loose. You just talk about grandma like that, just like what y'all just said with the Tennessee Florida game. So of course that was more exciting, but the Colorado could have been way more excited than it should have been.
I choose Colorado. Same reason. I mean, hypothetically, no punch is truly withdrawn any of these. Like, for one, it was like a short dude. It was like a smaller dude from Tennessee with a big dude from Florida. Like, that might ain't finna throw him.
That's what made it so funny.
That's what made it so funny.
I like that.
So it's Sunday. Have y'all not heard the story of David and Goliath? It is Sunday. Like, come on, man.
No, sir.
He didn't have no rock or no slingshot next to him. He really had his hands.
Bro, get his ass pancake, bro. I seen it happen. I'm like, bro, don't even.
You want to put out a little single with straight to the helmet. Ding.
He broke his own head. All right, man. Let's get to the quarterback.
All right, man. So, would you rather, bro? So, I thought of this question. I sent this to you back in June, July-ish.
Yeah, July.
And so I thought about this question because I know it was right before we started to do the rankings of players or something like that. Yeah, the division. Yeah, and so the question is essentially, what's a quarterback, or it could be player. I open it up as wide as we can. What's a quarterback or player that you have been completely wrong about? Like, I know on this podcast, like we talk about when we're right, but we also talk about when we're wrong. And so this is an opportunity for us to, step up and say, okay, I was wrong in saying X, Y, and Z was just not going to be good, was going to be an absolutely terrible pick. But then turned out to be really, really good. Turned out to be maybe top 5, top 10 in the league in their position, whatever the case may be. So I'll start because I've been completely wrong on Justin Herbert. Now, his team has not performed well. His team, in my opinion, is very, very cursed. or I won't say curse. They just have bad luck.
Nah,
Which
Curse
is-
is
No,
different.
that
Yeah.
franchise is cursed, my brother.
Yeah. So, which I think he could so basically Justin Herbert was the guy. I feel like me and maybe it was you, Trevor, or something like that. When he came out, that was the year Tua came out, I believe, and Joe Burrow. So this must have been 2019, I think. And so going into that draft, I was like, oh, Justin Herbert he's not worth a top 5 pick. I don't understand why he going that high, X, Y, and Z. And he's actually a top 5 quarterback. Like I'm willing to admit that I was completely wrong with Justin Herbert. He's a really good talent. He's a solid quarterback. He seems to be, for the most part, relatively healthy. So Justin Herbert is my answer for a player that I was completely wrong about.
Guess I'll go the same. Justin. Now I put it this way. I never thought he would be like a bad quarterback. So when he was at Washington, I saw the intangibles. I saw why he had the height. I saw the arm, the size, and everything, right? I just didn't see him winning big games, which technically he's still not doing in the NFL.
He's still not doing it.
Technically. But I did predict him to be like a top 5 level quarterback, right? I didn't think he would just be like just flat out baller. Because I think Washington, not say it was always fault. I didn't really watch Washington a lot. So I didn't know if it was coaching like we think it is with the Chargers. So that may have been the case. It might be the same as it was in college for him, Trevor.
Yeah, y'all do know Justin Herbert went to Oregon, right?
Yeah, Oregon. That's what I meant. Oregon. Yeah, my fault. Yeah, Oregon. That's what I meant. Yeah, so I'm not sure it was coaching. Because I remember the game Oregon had against Auburn, the first game of the season. And he came out, they only scored like 13 points, but he looked like really good. Like I saw, like, bro, he got the arm. I see why he's hyped up to be where he's supposed to be. But referees in Oregon, he just, the bigger games, he just didn't really show up in. So it's kind of, like I said, almost similar, but I blame more on Chargers now. And another player, Jalen Hurts. I didn't expect him, same thing. I didn't expect him to be bad. I thought he would be a starting quarterback. And that's why I joke with Savage. He's a starter. But I think he'll be superstar level, top 5-ish, definitely top 10. Nah, I didn't see that out of him. So, and salute to him. I'm, proud of him. Black quarterbacks, I'm always rooting for. So I rooted for him to become that. He has become that. So shout out to Jalen Hurts and shout out to Justin Herbert for proving me wrong.
Yeah, you go look at the stat line at that bowl game from, I think it was Justin Herbert's last game at Oregon. You'll see why.
Yep.
We was not so high on Justin Herbert coming in the draft. And also with Jalen Hurts, to Sharky's point, I watched him at the SEC, and I honestly thought his ceiling, honestly and truthfully, would be Dak Prescott. I did not think that he actually would be a superstar like he is now. But a guy that I would say that I was probably wrong about, and I would just go out and say it's Josh Allen. I probably held Josh Allen in a regard as probably the second best quarterback in the league, behind Patrick Mahomes. Granted, what he did his rookie season didn't look that impressive, and then with him and Brian Daboll were together, you saw the potential there of what he could potentially be. And now with Brian Daboll is gone, you see some of those same tendencies that Josh Allen has. Even when we had our girl on talking about the Bills, where Josh Allen literally goes for the home run a little bit too much for my liking, and to the point where he's going to cost his team games when he's trying to make the absolute, highlight play every single time. Like sometimes you just got to, if you're in a drive, sometimes you got to Brady that John out, just dink and dunk your way down the field. Now, granted, it's tough when you have home run hitters like Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis. When he's healthy, he can also take the top off of defense. It's hard. I grant it, but with the weapons that he has around him, there's no way that he should be so turnover prone as he is. Now, I still think that he's probably one of the top QBs in the league. I think he's top 10, definitely. But as far as me having him as the second best quarterback behind Mahomes, I was completely wrong about that. I believe that number 2 spot is still up for grabs. And as of right now, everybody can have a case. You can make a case for Joe Burrow. You can make a case for Lamar. It's literally Patrick Mahomes and everyone else right now.
So for me, I actually have Two of them. One of them comes from Savage, of course, when he came and said, "Hey, y'all, Jalen Hurts gonna be a superstar." And then what are we looking at now? We're looking at Jalen Hurts, a top 5 quarterback in his league, top 3 arguably. Definitely wrong about that one. I think by the end of the season, and I can't believe I'm actually saying this, I'm gonna need him to show me.
Well,
But he a part of the most electrifying offense in the damn NFL right now.
That's you.
Hey, I can't wait to watch this damn Dolphins and Patriots game. I can't. I'm not comment on the applause. Dude, balling. Cut the damn applause off now, damn it, because he still got to perform. he still got to perform. He still got to perform. But one thing is like he got to stay healthy. That was my first, second, and third thing about Tua coming into the league is that when he played the big games, he was nowhere to be found because he's nowhere to be healthy. If he can stay healthy, and Tyreek Hill was on pace of having 2,000 yards last season, I think they honestly trying to do it this season, and I think they will, which is why I picked Tyreek Hill in my fantasy league. So I say that to say if Tua can stay healthy and continue to be a part of this electric offense, and of course, shout out to Waddle too, huge fan of his, but I can be wrong, and I would love to admit it because I can't wait to watch this Dolphins and Patriots game, but. You got to stay healthy, dog.
I was really shocked that I cut because your main thing. Cause I remember we used to disagree about Tua when he was in college, and I was like, man, he had just won the national championship, had the game winning touchdown. He was like,
he literally had the game.
He was like, I still got to see it. He hadn't got hurt at that point. He hadn't got hurt yet, but then he started getting hurt. Then it was like I think you started to recognize, okay, he is good, but it was like, he's hurt all the time, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like your main thing was injury, and we got to the NFL, it has been injury. So, but to the point, like the Dolphins without him last year, you saw how they look.
Right. So I'm like, it made me look in the mirror a little bit. I'm like, okay, maybe he do got a little, but again, he was hurt.
It's fine. Clock out.
I'm telling y'all, Tua don't doubt the Dolphins will be in the Super Bowl. Look. Offense win championships.
Boy.
I'm telling y'all my apologies for a reason. I would love to be wrong, but again, help. Gotta be help.
Yep. It definitely depends on help. So I know it's like, yeah, we most, and you know what, Trevor, you said Josh Allen. If I had a third person, but with Josh Allen, I didn't really think much of him. I didn't know. I didn't watch Wyoming. I didn't watch Wyoming at all. Like I didn't know who he was. He came in, so I didn't.
No, I was basically just based on what he's done in the NFL.
Yeah,
because I didn't watch him at Wyoming neither, and the fact that we even having this discussion of just how great Brian Daboll was to him. And what he's reverted back to thus far this season, even though they did get a W today, but that still kind of brings a little cause to pause a little bit about Josh Allen being one of the top QBs. I gotta say, I still think he's top 10. I'm not saying that he's bad. I still think he's top 10. I just don't think he's not second best in the league anymore.
Josh Allen and Justin Herbert are the two reasons why I've just gotten to the point where like I'm no longer like putting those like, oh, that player's gonna suck, or like that person's not worth being in a pick. Those two players are the reason why I now say that like it's a matter of where you're drafted, or like what team you're drafted to versus where you're drafted. At the end of the day, it's all about the pieces that surround you. How well can that team or organization surround you with pieces? And so those two are really good examples of why I'm just like, let me just wait. I'd rather wait, let me see 2-3 seasons of how that play is. Then I'll put like an opinion on them. But other than that, like I'm done. Like anybody can be wrong on this.
Yeah.
And Skyler, when you had asked about like other players, I really can't think of other players because mainly in the NFL, other positions, I don't really look at. I don't think he's gonna be good. Those players are more, I think he's going to be good. They don't end up being good. Quarterback is probably the only position that's like, I don't think he's going to be good. Other positions, I don't think I look at like that, oddly enough. Now, basketball, I do that.
Yeah.
Like, because basketball is less positions too. I mean, football, you got 22 positions. So you kind of, that's just a little less, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't go to deep dive. Like, I don't think Bijan Robinson going to be good. I don't really go that deep into thinking.
For this particular question, I did want to throw out the fact that Baker Mayfield is 2-0.
Hey, shout out to him. Shout out to the Bucs.
Shout out to the Buccaneers. Shout out.
No, I'm just joking. I'm trolling.
It's okay. He's 2-0. He's worthy to be praised. I feel you. No. A dub is a dub.
Oh man, but yeah, that does it for the show. Quick and easy, a little shorter than normal, but guess what? Hey, still good content. Get through it. Oh man, appreciate Ryan for tuning in as always. Know he going to tune in and say some outlandish stuff from time to time on there as well. Oh, said part two. Oh, the part two. The part two was the top 5. We basically answered part 1, part 2.
So, okay, bet. Okay.
Yeah, in question. It was like the 2-part question. It was in one.
It was in one. Okay. Can I ask y'all this something real quick? Because I did watch 2 quarterbacks and like go at it today. And I don't know if both of them are in the top 10. So Jared Gauff and Geno Smith. They went at it overtime game. Are both of them in the top 10 or one of them in the top 10 or neither?
You could
top 10 QBs.
QBs, yeah.
You could argue because I need to actually do a QB ranking again, but you could argue that bottom half of the top 10 they can be in the argument. I don't know.
It's fluid.
Yeah, it's very.
Yeah.
It's very they could be in the argument. Because you say top 10, it's like after you go past the top 5, you probably can name 5, 6.
Yeah.
After that,
6 to 12 changes based off matchup.
You know the top 5: Mahomes, Burrow,
Allen there somewhere, Hurts, Herbert, Lamar,
maybe Josh Allen. So after those 5, is really up in the air.
You kind of anybody.
It's just what you value more is what you want in a QB. Like if you want somebody that's gonna put up stats a lot, Kirk Cousins has a case because he puts up a lot of. You look at his stats jump out the window, but you see he doesn't win big games. If you want somebody that doesn't put up a lot of stats, but wins games, you look at Jared Goff. You see what he's doing in Detroit. He does have a Super Bowl appearance on his belt. Granted, that team around him was great as well. So it's more about what you value more in the criteria for a QB.
Yep, gotcha. Literally. Yep. So do it. Of course, my team played today. Y'all teams play on Monday night. Both y'all play on Monday Night Football.
Same time.
Hey, we all gonna be stressed at the same time.
Twitter be lit.
Right.
Hey, shout out to my guy Damian Adams. Hey, get that check ready for me, partner.
Sheesh.
Oh yeah, we linking up tomorrow. Shout out to my guy.
Hey, Skyler, I got a challenge for you and me. I gotta find some alcohol though. We need to take a shot every time Matt Canada calls a jet sweep.
Ain't enough look in the world for that. He's calling at least 12 of them.
Because you know you're gonna call at least 2 of them. At least 2, but yeah.
12.
And they all gonna be the Calvin Austin, which is gonna
Hey, shout out to Calvin Austin. Shout
out
to
to that guy Calvin Austin.
But as always, y'all know y'all can follow us on Twix, Twitter/X.
I'm mad you put that in the bottom line. I'm sorry.
All caps. That's why I pay for Rich's Twitter/X, so you know.
Not only as you call it, bro, put that in the bottom line. That's funny, bro.
Love it.
Hey, it fit, man. That's perfect.
Yes, sir. Follow us on all the platforms, LBR_media. Also, remember, check us out live or the video afterward if you want to watch us on YouTube at Let's Be Real Media. Also, if you prefer audio, we are on any audio platform, 11 different ones to be exact, at Let's Be Real Sports. As well as, of course, check out our sponsors. We did another shameless plug earlier. Shout out to Took. SeatGeek, get your $20 off.
He got $20 off the ticket. Now he going to see Colorado and Arizona State. See, he gonna be in the house.
I can't wait.
LBR Media.
Man, what?
He said what?
No, I think it's at Arizona State, so I don't think he's gonna make the trip.
Yeah, was that Arizona State? Oh yeah, it's here. It's out here.
Yeah.
Hey, this I'm in my first game too. Damn.
Bring up some sunglasses.
You think I ain't? Try to find me a fake rollie or something too. I can't afford a real one.
Yeah, go to SeatGeek.com, use the code at checkout LBR Media, and sign up for our sponsor at BetStamp. Sign up for different sports book if you're a gambler at signupexpert.com/LBR. Of course, always you can follow me on Twix, Twitter/X at @DAONE_P Shark.
Hey, play my theme music. I'm just playing. I'm at _Skyler.
I'm about to say what?
I was like, what's the theme music, bro? Hey y'all, I'm at the Art of Trevor. You know, of is a preposition, so don't capitalize it. Let's Be Real Gaming is live and direct. We moving. I got like 3 2K clips I gotta drop, so I'll be dropping that this week. Come see your boy playing this my career on Hall of Fame and get torched by Steph for 50. Yeah, this Hall of Fame, this Hall of Fame AI. This Hall of Fame AI ain't no joke on 2K24, bro. Yeah, like Steph literally hit 10 threes. After the 5th three, I just stopped playing. I was like, I'm just gonna watch at this point. That's just
Tell me out, coach.
I feel like NBA players do that. I feel like NBA players do that.
I'm like, bro, I was like, you know what? I ain't even these first 4 games in my career have been tough. I had to play Steph twice. I had to face LeBron. LeBron gave me a quick 30. So yeah, this AI on 2K24 on Hall of Fame is no joke. But yeah, it's the real game and we moving though. So, but yeah, let's be real game is moving. Be on the lookout.
Also, if y'all want a badge, just DM me again. Bandwagon, we out here. Black America's team. Shout out to Dion. Shout out to all his sons that he ranked. I don't think I can do that, but it is what it is. Hit me up on Twix at Tab Shakir. That man really ranked his kids, bro. That shit was funny.
Hey, it is what it is, bro. Hey, you win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day.
No, when you got money, you can do that. Because niggas that ain't got money like that, I'd be damned if I ranked my kids, bro. Wife gonna kick my ass. When you got money, you can do that.
Man. He said, yeah, he knows because I know who's gonna ask for the pension. I know who's gonna put me in the home. I know who's gonna take care of me. He said, I already know it. So let me go ahead and get my favorite team.
Well, follow our 5th member. It's really Sheedy on Twix as well, and check him out along with Took and the 3 Hardaway crew. I'm pretty sure Tuesday, right?
He's turned right now, watching his Cowboys taking care of the Jets right now. So it is what it is.
Yeah, 3 Hardaway Tuesday, and Gene Support will probably be out later this week. Once the Giants keep look how they looking, it should be an entertaining.
They're gonna get Gene's a heart attack.
He gonna be on there.
James, man, they're gonna get him a heart attack. Because I just checked the score. They're down 20-7 right now to the Cardinals. Who's supposed to be tanking.
Shouldn't have been talking to noise on her. The next time,
every parent got a favorite kid. Like Sheedy.